and I'll bring it up when we go over the syllabus, but all of our Zoom recordings will be posted to Canvas according to like each weekly module. So after class, I'll put this on YouTube. Tomorrow I'll put it on Canvas, and it will be there till the end of the semester. Okay, I like to be called Cassie, but you can call me Professor Walker. I've been teaching math and statistics for a few years at Sac State. I got my master's at Sac State, but I started off at Sierra College. I'm from Nevada County, so when we do commute to campus, it'll be kind of a drive for me. Let's see, I like to crochet. I made this beanie. I like to make beanies. I've just started learning jujitsu, and I have 3 cats that I love very much. Okay, so that's me. When we meet on campus, we'll learn a little bit about each other, and I like to work in groups when we are in person. So you can work in a group. If you don't like groups, that's fine. You can work on your own. But the plan is to have fun. Okay, what I would like to do now is show you the Canvas page, and on there we have the syllabus, which we'll read through together. Just a second. All right. Sharing. This too. Oh, figured by now I'd be used to using Zoom, but still, one participant can share time. Multiple participants can share. Okay. All right, so you should be able to see the Canvas page. If someone could share in the comments that you can see that, I would really appreciate it. Yes, okay, cool. All right, so the home page is where the modules are. I'll try to put our recordings in each week. So this week, one will have today's meeting. There's your first homework in there. We'll maybe take a peek at it. It's 10 questions, and we'll go over how to sign up for your homework. Let's start with the syllabus. Okay, so this is Stat1, Section 1, Intro to Stats. There's no Stat2, so we're going to try to cover as much of the book as we can, but there's no rush to get prepared for a next course. It's just its own statistics journey. It's 3 units, and this is spring 2022. My full name is Cassandra Walker, but my nickname is Cassie. My email is cw2343@csus.edu. The class number is there in case you need it for adding the class, which is 34752. We meet Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 to 8:50 in Brighton 101, which is on the first floor. But for the first 2 weeks, we're meeting on Zoom. There's the Zoom link in there, and there's my office hour. Oh, also the Zoom link is in your Canvas page on the side as one of your tabs. Okay, office hours are going to be half online and half in person. So on Tuesdays, I'll be on Zoom from 11:30 to 12:45. And I put down the link so that you can meet with me on Zoom if you'd like to. Wednesday and Friday, I'll stay on campus from 12 to 12:30, but then I'll be planning to head home. So if you're wanting to work on like homework and we're running out of time, we'll have to reschedule. I can maybe add a little more time, but not too much because, again, it's a bit of a drive. prerequisite is a score of 51 or higher on the ALEX exam or Math 10. Also, a grade of 3+ in AP Statistics is accepted. But when we just want to mention that that score on the ALEX test and also your grade in Math 10 could have been challenging due to learning online. So when we come up on certain topics, I will try to do review. Like I will try to fill in those gaps if maybe like you're not super confident about math. We'll just redo it together. Okay, things you need for the class. So the only thing you need to buy, which I'm pretty sure is $45, is a MyLab account. The MyStatLab account is for online homework. It comes with an ebook, so you don't have to buy the book. You could buy the book if you want to. It's unnecessary, but still, it would be Statistics by Weiss. We're on the 10th edition, and again, it's not required. I'm going to come back out from screen sharing. Okay, this is the book. Let's see. There's a lot in here that I just, there's a lot of examples that are a bit wordy. So I feel like it's a bit wordy. I don't know how else to say. Anyway, I'm taking notes from the book. We're doing homework online, but if you like some extra information, it's Weiss. I don't think the edition really matters, but we're on the 10th edition. Back to information about class. Okay, so I talked about getting a StatLab account. Again, I'm pretty sure that still costs $45. And you don't need to buy the book. And the catalog description. So this is from, let's see, what's described like on the Sac State account. So descriptive statistics, basic concepts of probability, and sampling with the aim of introducing fundamental notions and techniques of statistical inference. Really, we're just going to be gathering data, organizing that data, and then drawing conclusions after we've done the organizing. So, learning outcomes. The goal is to learn how to solve problems by thinking logically, making conjectures, and constructing valid mathematical arguments. To make valid inferences from numerical, graphical, and symbolic information. So that's where we'll collect data, we'll organize the data, and then from that, like if we organize it in one of these ways, we'll draw some kind of conclusion, like from a graph or from some formula. We'll get there. Apply mathematical reasoning to both abstract and applied problems, to both scientific and non-scientific problems. So in statistics, it's like you have a question about some group, like a group of people or a group of things. So you get information about those people or things, and then you organize that information. To organize that information, we're going to use some different math techniques, which again, I'll give reviews and refreshers on how to apply math to those parts of stats. Okay, general education. This course satisfies B4 of general education, which means it needs to have a writing component. This requirement is satisfied through the written responses on in-class assignments and exams, and also sometimes on your homework, like your first homework has one essay answer kind of question. Please use full sentences, but if you do have a correct answer, I will still give you points. But we want to work on clear writing. We're at course description. When we meet face-to-face, I like to break up class time between me lecturing and then letting you work on an assignment. You can do the in-class assignment It should usually be done by the end of class. If you need more time, we'll just all come back next time and work on it longer. And you can do it as a group or not. It's up to you. As a side note, if you miss an in-class assignment, you can talk to me about making it up, but it causes problems for me to have to go regrade something. So please just keep up with assignments. It would help me keep up with teaching. Okay, attendance. I do not require class attendance, but you're responsible for the material that I present in class and the in-class assignments. So your contributions are a valid part of this course. To make the most of your learning experience, it's important that you participate and come to each class session and do the work. It's really valuable to hear other people's points of view and ideas. And when you work with each other, you kind of build confidence in statistics, but also a few friendships in the classroom. So I always like teaching stats. We usually start to get to be a fun group, I guess. Okay, this course structure. So we'll mostly be, we'll be online for the first 2 weeks. And Canvas will have the Zoom meetings. I record the meetings and then I put them in the modules. And then when we meet face-to-face, we'll do in-class assignments. And then other than that, we're doing online homework on MyLab. And again, homework is online. I'll assign some each week. I'll always give you a week to do the homework. And when homeworks are due, it will be Monday nights at 11:59 p.m. So right now you have one homework and it is due this Monday. I'll put it on the board once we're done with this part. The whiteboard. All right, tests. We're going to do 2 tests, 2 midterm exams and 1 comprehensive final exam. Okay, first exam is planned for week 6 on Monday, February 28th in Brighton Hall. And exam 2 will be week 11, Monday, April 11th in Brighton. And the final exam is Monday, May 16th from 8 to 10 in Brighton. I'll also put this note on the board, but for your exams, I do let you use a 3x5 note card with handwritten notes. You have to turn that note card in with your test. And you can use a calculator on your test, but not your cell phone. So if I see you're using your cell phone, I'm going to ask you to put it away. And I have a few extra calculators, but only 4 or 5. So it's kind of up to you if you want to have a calculator or not. Okay, grades are broken down into online homework as 15%. The in-class assignments will be 20%. Exam 1 is 20%, exam 2, 20%. The final is 25%. So even though the homework is not a large part of your grade, I still, usually at the end of the semester, I still get students who say, I didn't realize the homework was that important and it's kind of hurt their grade that they never did any homework. So please just try to keep up with the homework, try as many problems as you can. Just don't want to let that little piece hurt your grade. All right. And I'll put a reminder on the board also about the 3x5 card that you can use. At the end of the semester, I use this grade scale to assign your letter grade. And also your grades will usually be, your grades are in Canvas and they'll be updated regularly with getting those MyLab scores to Canvas so you know what your class score is. The last page is just about the school. So if you need, I have a question. Sorry, I missed that question. How does the homework work? Oh, we'll get there. Yeah, we're going to totally do a peek at the homework in a second. So thanks for asking. Okay, so before we do, we're going to talk about stuff available to you at Sac State. So if actually, I'm going to leave this for you to look over in your own time. But if you have any questions about the school, I've been at this school for a long time. I know about what's there and what's not. So for the most part, so just ask. Feel free to ask. It's okay to ask me questions about stats, but also just about the campus, because again, I've gotten used to this campus. Hang on. I'm going to go into Canvas, and then we're going to do a peek at the homework. Okay, so once again, if you could share in the comments that you do see the Stat1 Canvas page. Cool, thank you. Okay, so one way to access your homework is right here. Click on My Lab and Mastering. And then there's a little picture of our book, and you want to click on My Lab and Mastering, the little button that starts to lead you to Pearson. Pearson published the book, and Pearson also created this online homework. Pearson user agreement. Okay, you're going to want to accept. Okay, so I have an account, but if you're new to Pearson or My Lab, you probably need to create an account. Let's take a peek at what that looks like. All right, so it asks you information about yourself. And I think you click create account. I think after that, they ask you to pay. Usually, from my experience, these websites will give you a free trial, like a 2-week free trial, so you can see if you're going to stay in the class or not, and if you want to pay for the homework or not. So if you see, and also they put it in tiny writing. So if you see somewhere free trial, click on that. Otherwise, you would pay for access to My Lab, and then you have your account. Okay, I'm just going to go into, let's try it. Oh, shoot, you know. I have a feeling that this will lead me to my last Stat1, so I'm not going to go in here, but I am going to go to, so anyway, my Stat Lab is a place where you can go to Stat Lab, and that's where you can create your account. And once you've created that account, you can access your homework here or at the home page. In the modules, you can click on that, or you can go to your assignments under, oh, interesting. Okay, it looks different on your guys' page. Under assignments, you've got exercise 1.1. Okay. So I'm going to check this. How does online homework work? Okay, so before looking at the actual assignment, I want to let you know that to create your My Lab account, I think you'll just need information about yourself, an email, and then at some point to pay about $45 for the access. And if you have trouble with that, there's a Pearson representative available, and they're going to host office hours this week. I'll put that in as an announcement. But actually, I have that. Let's do that right now. Okay. So I'm going to just show you an ad, I guess, about getting help from someone at Pearson to create your account. And I'll post that to Canvas later today. Okay. So I'll share this with you after class. I got this from Josh, who works at Pearson, and he starts with this thing about a gift card, but the goal is to get help if you're not able to create your account online. So that will be the 26th and the 27th from noon to 1. They'll have an online office hour on Pearson just for helping students get their accounts set up. On that note, please try to use that. Please try to create an account as soon as you can, so that if you do have trouble, you can go to the office hour. It can be really unfortunate if about halfway through the semester, a student, which it happens, if a student asks for help signing up and we still can't figure out how to sign up. So just try to take care of it this week. So they have the dates, the times, and the Zoom link for the online office hour with the Pearson representative. Okay. Let's look at the assignment. Okay, so I'm in instructor view, but in student view, it should be about the same. Under week 1, you can click exercise 1.1. I already did the homework as a test run, but you would click on question 1, which is an essay question. You type a response, hit submit. I'll grade it later, and then go on to question 2 and 3 and 4. If you miss a question, it will give you advice and then give you a similar question. So you can keep working on your score. And if you leave the homework, you need to push save. So let's go. If you accidentally forget to save, it'll kind of ask you like, hey, are you sure you want to leave without saving? So you should be okay. Anything else? There is unlimited attempts on your homework questions, and I plan to make each assignment so that you can work on it after the due date to improve your score. But it's not a good idea to let all of your homework pile up. So please just stay on top of the due dates, which are like underneath the exercise. It says this one's due on Monday by midnight. Okay, anything else? In the announcements is where I'll put that information about the Pearson office hour. And your grades. Oh, that's not actually, let's there's no grades in there, but still, you can click on grades to see your grades. And that should be updated throughout the semester. You got your syllabus down here. All right, I think that's all we need to do. Okay. So we're done with Canvas. I told you a reminder that if you leave homework, try to remember to save. and showed you how to get to your homework, but also you don't have to read the book. I pulled all of the important information out of the book for the notes, which I'll put on the whiteboard, and these notes will help you do your homework. Book might have a few extra examples, but so does the internet. Okay, I told you can use a 3x5 card on your tests. It needs to be handwritten, so, or like pen or pencil, nothing printed out and then pasted to the 3x5. You don't have to put your name on it because that takes up space, but you do need to attach your 3x5 card to your test, and then you can turn your test in. I'll bring paper clips. I'll try to bring 3x5 cards, but you might want to just buy some for yourself. I might forget. You can use a calculator. I have a handful of calculators, but you can't use your cell phone.
Pepe. Amor.
First homework is due on Monday.
I have class until it doesn't stop no more, so I can't. I don't know.
Good night.
It's the first class.
We'll definitely have a week on each homework assignment.
What?
You can work on assignments past the due date. If for some reason the homework doesn't allow you to, just write to me. I can give you an extension. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I might have my volume down. If you're asking a question, I can hear you now if you're asking a question. Okay. So, sorry, I forgot to put the sound on. And if you were talking to me and I didn't hear you and I missed it. But before we do any notes or anything, any questions or concerns? Oh, also, this means all exams, the first test, the second test, and the final. Okay, I think we're good to go. We're going to start from the beginning, section 1.1. Statistics basics. So there's kind of a lot of fancy ways to describe statistics, they all being about the same thing.
Ms. Walker?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, your mic is muffled.
Okay. Can I fix that? Let me see how to fix that. Thanks for letting me know.
The mic only gets muffled when you back away.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for letting me know that too. I'll try to just read and then walk away to go right. So that it's more clear. Cool. Okay, so I'll just stay here when I talk. Anyway, statistics involves gathering information, summarizing it, and then deciding on what those results mean. The brain. Statistics. Gathering info, summarize the info, and then some conclusion. Okay, so that's how I would describe statistics as a class, or as a topic of study. But there's another version of statistics where you're thinking about where after you've done the gathering of information, the organizing and summarizing of it, and you have your conclusion, and that conclusion is some number or some value. That specific value is called a statistic. So statistics can also be the numerical results that you get after going through this process. Or the number, bad speller right now. Number value that results from this work is called a statistic, or is also called statistics. So the first few chapters of the book involve a lot of definitions. So we're going to do definitions pretty much one after the other. And I'll throw in some examples to help those definitions sink in. But I don't think we're really doing any math today, just learning new terminology. Okay, starting with the population. So you have some kind of, so you're in your statistics, you have some kind of question, and it's a question about a population. Like say you're interested in something about Californians, or you're interested in something about fish, or something about schools, like the population would be all fish, or all schools, or all of the people in California. So the whole entire set that you're interested in is your population. And once you've studied that population and you get a result from the study, that result, if it's a number, is called a parameter. So for population, a numerical result from your study is called a parameter. Or a numerical summary. So population is the whole group. You get some number value from studying that group. It's called a parameter. A piece of the population or a subset of the population is called a sample. And then a numerical result from a sample is called a statistic. Okay, so before I erase, the population would be the whole set. Sample is a subset, so just a part of that set. And for samples, those numerical values that we get from studying them, they're called statistics. Just like I wrote down earlier. And this is because usually when we're interested in a group, there's way too many people in that group for us to collect data from everyone. So we have to take a sample From that sample, we get a result. That result is called a statistic. Like if I was interested in flowers in a field, like how many flowers are in a field or something, and I can't actually count all of them. So I just pick a little part of it, count how many are in that part, and then use that result, that statistic, and apply it to what I think is going on in the entire field. A statistic. Numerical Summary. Sample. And usually we're going to just be using samples, so we're going to be calling these results statistics. Okay, so drawing a picture, the whole set is the population. Spaced. Okay, so a piece of that set or a subset of the population is called a sample. Okay, for the first example, a study of food preferences is done where 2 adults are selected from each of the 50 states, giving a total of 100 people. Find the population and the sample. I'm just going to put that it's some kind of study. So a study is done. Where 2 adults are selected. So you've gathered some people, adult people from the United States, 2 from each state. So the population is all adults in the US. Okay, and then you're looking and there's a 50, there's 100, there's a 2, like which number do I pick? You're picking the part that says you've gathered this group of people from the larger group of people. which is those 100 that you end up studying. Those 100 people in the study is your sample. Next is, of the California adult population, a survey of 2,000 randomly selected people resulted in 34% having an allergy. We're going to find this population, a sample, and we're going to talk about the statistic. Right, your population would be, so you've picked 2,000 people who are adults in California. So it would be all of the adults that are in California as your population. And the sample is those 2,000 that you selected from the state. From that sample, you get this numerical value. So this would be considered be a statistic. And we're going to get there, I think, next. Because there's two kinds of statistics, descriptive or inferential. We'll define that right after we finish this example, but this would be a descriptive statistic, since it's a summary of a sample, where it summarizes information about the sample. since it summarizes information about the sample. Oh, shoot, sorry. We're over time, so I'll let you guys go.